What is going on, YouTube family? It's your main man, Maxmillion, back at it again with another hit video. If you're new, please subscribe, like my content, and follow me on Instagram at KingMaxMillion. Much appreciated. Now, without further ado, let me get started. You see who I'm repping right here is Big Blue Baby all day, 24/7. The New York Football Giants. Today, that is my story. I'm going to explain when I worked for the New York Football Giants. This is a really cool story. I'm going to start back when I first got an invitation to an interview with them. This was back in August of 2023. So I basically applied for a position, and it's funny because this position, I didn't initially get it. So I'm going to get into it. But look, 2023 August, I've applied for this job. I went in for the interview and it went pretty well. You know, I had experience doing something very similar to what the interviewer was asking, who actually was my boss, or ended up being my boss anyway. Shout out to Carrie Bald. Definitely appreciate you. And I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me for this past year. But she was interviewing me for a particular position, and that position I didn't actually end up getting, but they offered me an additional opportunity, or another opportunity instead. With that, I'm very thankful because I was like, okay, they're offering me something. I looked at that and said, I have to go after that because it's my favorite sports team and I love sports, and they're gonna pay me to be a worker for them. So I always like to joke about this in my Sports Story Saturday videos. I'm not a player, meaning I don't play for the team or anything, but I worked for the Giants. They're my favorite football team. So back in August of 2023, I did an interview for a particular position. It was to be a part of their entertainment team. And I didn't get that specific spot or that position. But about like a week later, they offered me another position within the company, with the team. And I was not going to say no to that because I was like, heck yeah, this is my favorite football team. I'm going to definitely take that. That's amazing. I'm very thankful for it. So what was that position? It was an event staff team member. So I basically just going to give a brief overview about what I did for the Giants. I only worked there for 1 year. Just left there, but I basically did what I felt like I was supposed to do. So event staff, you basically show up on mostly game days. And within that, when you go, let's say you're going to an NFL game. Let's say if you're going to watch the New York Football Giants play. At MetLife Stadium, you would enter through the gates. And then once you get past like the security check-in, like where you check all your stuff in, you basically would see people outside, and they would be giving out free apparel or free sports memorabilia to, sports, not sports memorabilia, but like sports items. So for example, let's say if it's a cold day in the Meadowlands and you receive a scarf, if you're one of the first 20,000 people to enter to the stadium, that was me helping distribute that stuff on game days. So the one that was the most funny, or the one that was the most memorable, I should say, it was the Giants versus the Jets last year. I was at that game. Very disgusting weather. We were out in the rain and we weren't allowed to, well, I'm gonna just say it this way. We were out in the rain and people were just trying to get into the stadium, and we were giving out free posters of Eli Manning. So that's, so basically we were giving out free posters, and it was getting wet and damp because it was a very rainy day. So that was just a memorable moment because I talked to a few friends not a few friends, but like one guy that I worked with at another job. His name's Joe McCarr. I worked with him at another job. It was with the New Jersey Devils, and we basically worked there together. But for the Giants, he also worked for the Giants. And at that time, he was looking at me. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were at the stadium today." And then he saw me passing out like the posters of Eli Manning and stuff. And it was funny because he was like, "Man, I can't believe the weather is so bad and you're out here doing that." So it was just kind of funny, but I still got the job done. It was pretty cool. I think overall that was just a great experience. Very mad though the Giants lost that day. So I was pretty upset about that. I thought the Giants had that game, but they didn't. Other things about this position that were really cool was that, you know, free parking, free food, got to network with other people there. And basically, it was just an overall great experience. That's why I like to thank my bosses, like Carrie Bald. I really appreciate her for giving me an opportunity. And, you know, all the other bosses that I've thanked in my other videos. So I'm just very appreciative of people like that and for giving me a chance to just explore and have a good time. Other things I did with the Giants, when they have outside events, like what is another event? Okay, so there was a draft party, and basically MetLife Stadium hosted a draft party, and I was able to not only work that event, but I got to be inside the New York Football Giants locker room, which I always joke about it. I remember the video I made. I was like, "Let's go, baby." No, I didn't say it like that. I said it like, "Out here, baby, in the New York Football Giants locker room." I was just joking, but like, it was a great experience because I actually got to be in the locker room. For crying out loud, I got to be in the locker room for my favorite sports team, and I got to support them that day. Yes, that's when we drafted Malik Neighbors. He's doing pretty well this year, so yeah. At the time of this recording, he's doing pretty well. So let me just say he's doing pretty well, okay? Okay. But I just wanted to say we would help out at various events. So like, even during the summer before I left, I got to work with them for their training camp, and I got to see the players practice. Excuse me, I got to see the players practice, like Daniel Jones, Devin Singletary. I saw Malik Neighbors too, but I wasn't able to watch all of it because, like I said, I was at work, and when you're at work, you're supposed to be doing the job. But all I'm gonna say is this: it was a great experience, and I'm very thankful for it. Working with the Giants was like a dream come true because I literally was able to be at the stadium free to watch the games, and I was able to really enjoy my experience. Like, we did hand out things at the beginning of the game or right before the game started. We also got to like commingle and talk with each other. And even for outside events, like whether it's a 5K fun run, a Giants camp for kids, a draft party, a training camp, we would work those events and would represent the New York Giants brand. I'll be honest, I really do hope the Giants can turn it around because they are my team, and like, we just need to be better. But like I said, great things take time. They're still my team, and I appreciate the opportunity to have worked for them. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much the end of this video. I just wanted to briefly talk about the Giants and what they mean to me. But this position, if you really want to get into sports, go chase after your dreams. And like I said, I don't really reveal this all the time, but I'm gonna say it because people that watch my videos, I'm very appreciative to them, and to those that really stay till the end to watch the video. If you want to get into sports, let's say if you're just somebody really trying to get into sports, you don't know where to start, go to this website called teamworkonline.com. It's a free database where you can make a profile, put your resume on there, and show employers that you fit the criteria and you have what it takes to work in sports. That's how I got a lot of my sports jobs, if I'm being honest. You apply for it, you see if they say yes or no. Well, yeah, you basically apply for the job, and then from there, they will either take a look at you or, yeah. So basically, it's a good experience just to get your name out there. So if you stay till the end, you watch this video, and you're really looking to get into sports, go check out teamworkonline.com. It's a very great resource. So without further ado, thank you all for watching this video. If you're new, like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at KingMaxMillion. It really means the world to me. And stay tuned for more with Sports Story Saturday. It's the game changer. I appreciate you guys. Take care.